Hi, Life Therapeutic family. Thank you for joining me. I'm Emily Walcott, and I'm sure you've seen my videos on here a couple times before, but I hope that you are enjoying everything that we're putting out. If you are, please feel free to share our page. What I'm going to share with you today is, which I feel like we probably all need by the point that we're at, is creating a safe space in your home during times of chaos. So as much as we all want to say that our houses are calm and quiet, or we're dealing with this great, it's okay to have those moments. It's okay for the kids to have those moments. It's okay for our parents that might be coming to have those moments. And we always want to have a safe space in our home. So with that being said, what I'm going to talk about today is how you can find a safe space in your home, how to set it up, and what are maybe some great ideas to have in your safe space. And then at the end, I might tell you different ways to adapt it for different people. So the first thing is finding the safe space. Right now, I am currently in my laundry room. So for other people that are probably like, whoa, laundry room? Yeah, that's where I have stacks of clothes. Don't worry, I do. But it's quiet, it's small, somewhere I can go and I can shut the door and be able to collect my thoughts. So finding a safe space might always not be easy in your home. Maybe you don't feel like you have a ton of space, but there's alternative ways to make safe spaces. So you want the safe space somewhere that is secluded, somewhere that's far enough away from the chaos, or you're creating a secluded space. So I'm in my laundry room. Some people have benches by their front entry. Maybe you could make that your safe space, since a lot of people are not coming and going right now. You could use garages. You can use basements. You can use bathrooms. Maybe you have multiple bathrooms and one can be closed off for a safe space. Bathtubs. A lot of people like drying off the bathtubs, putting comfy blankets and pillows, maybe some candles, something to make it feel cozy and warm. You could also create safe spaces like forts on top of beds. Take a blanket, put it over the kitchen table. Something where it's kind of by itself. They can go in and close the door and not be seen. The most important part of having a safe space is realizing someone's coming to that space because they're feeling overwhelmed. We don't know what that feeling is. Maybe they're overwhelmed with excitement. Maybe they feel super ramped up and they know that they can't control themselves. Maybe they're feeling sad or depressed or anxious. So one, they need to be able to go to the safe space and explore those emotions, but also leave the safe space and not feel like they're going to have to explain those. So the biggest thing and the biggest advice I have for this is when someone goes into the safe space, let them be. Maybe tell the other people if they're siblings or whoever else, hey, so-and-so's going in there, let them be for a little bit, they need some time. And then when they leave, if they come to you and they share those things with you, amazing. If they don't, try not to pressure them. Give them more space and hopefully they walked away in a better headspace than when they entered it. The next thing is when we're there, a lot of times we don't think about the visual things around us. So not everybody can do this, but I think it's a great additive is having good visual affirmations. So if you have some cute calendars, like a kitty calendar, who doesn't look at that unless you don't like cats? And you're like, oh, that's cute. But if you have calendars laying around your house, I'm guessing they're full of pictures and things that you enjoy. So having calendars around, maybe you have some quote ones, like this says, sometimes life stinks. And I think that puts certain things into perspective. Like, yes, it might be rough right now, but it's okay. It's going to get better, and finding the light in it. Another thing you can do, if you have old calendars, create a project where you cover these with either construction paper or white paper. Write song lyrics that you enjoy. Maybe have your teenager go through a couple songs and fill those out. If you have young kids too that you know have a certain saying. My girls always say, you can do it. They say that to themselves constantly. Now half of them can't read, but having it on there and telling them what it says just helps kind of change that mindset. So filling out calendars, putting up pictures with favorite verses and quotes, anything like that is great, because maybe they're mad and their thoughts are not happy thoughts. If they can see something that they're repeating, it makes your brain kind of slow down. Say those things to yourself, even though you may not believe them, and maybe it's something that they can take into the rest of their day. The next thing we want to do is, what should we fill this safe space with? Sometimes people fill the safe space Sometimes people fill the safe space with pictures. Pictures of happy memories, happy activities. Maybe it's sporting things that people are involved in. Maybe it's them when they were younger and that helps bring those lively memories back. Maybe it's pictures of people that they look up to or they enjoy. That's another activity, kind of side activity. You can have them create a collage of people that they get inspiration from, or even write their names out. You can have them do that even before you create the safe space, just to kind of put in there. So having pictures is good. Having positive affirmations is good. Sometimes you can create a jar. So this is not obviously a jar full of paper, but create a jar that has fun questions in it. They can pull out a fun question, or good memories, or what's your favorite food and why do you like it, to help them take their negative thoughts. Because a lot of times when we're upset, we perseverate. We repeat on the things that we really are upset about. So maybe it's siblings can't get along. They can't stay apart from each other. They have this argument and they can't, I can't stand them. Why do they do that? I don't believe they did that. They really hurt my feelings. And they keep going and going, ramping them up. Now as adults, we all do that. We do, especially when someone cuts us off in traffic. So pulling this out, telling your brain to slow down, read the question, answer it, will give them the opportunity to stop their brain, to make them think, to slow down, and kind of get them off that train of thought that they're on. So that's another good way to add positive affirmations or different thoughts in there. So moving on to a couple different things. So I'm going to try to keep everything very simple, because right now we're not really going into the community to buy a bunch of supplies. So I think it's important for anybody too that don't have a ton of supplies. I hope that you can find things with just kind of the basics that I give you. Everybody has a bit of a sensory item. So having maybe some music in there, if you have an iPad that is available, or if you have a children's iPad, having headphones. I know a lot of people like to listen to headphones, but putting them in a safe space where maybe when they are out and about, they can listen to it on their iPad in their room with the door shut, the TV. But when they go to the safe space, they have the headphones. Makes it quieter and calmer. So putting headphones in there to help them maybe listen to music in their own head, close their eyes, get more involved and secluded. That's a great way too. There's also some positive podcasts that we will attach in our comments. And that's something you can have loaded on an iPad and ready to go. So when you see someone enter the safe space, you can always just drop the iPad there and have the list there and they can choose. So whether that's an imaginative story, whether that's a mindfulness meditation app, whatever it could be, just drop it off and say, here's some positive podcasts, or here's some funny podcasts, or here's a comedy sketch I think you listen to, or maybe it's good for you just to listen to this guided breathing meditation. Have those downloaded, and again, those will be in our comments. Another thing that you can have is sensory objects that feel nice. So slime. Okay, this is a great one for you, just so that they can squeeze, they can't hurt it, they can smash it, they can hit it, and it's not going to hurt anything. If you don't have slime, a great thing that you can do is take a balloon or a plastic bag and fill it with rice. You can squeeze that rice, you can smash it. Again, you're not going to hurt it. Also, you can run your hand through the rice. So if you put it in a plastic bag, a lot of times just picking up the rice, or these are beads, and running them through your fingers, having them squeeze and hold, actually produces different sensations for everybody, but that's just a different way to get sensory input while in a secluded area. It's a way to, again, give them something to do to get their mind off of it, but something that they can't hurt when they're upset. The next thing to have, which everybody hopefully is going to enjoy this, hard candies. These are fireballs. Don't give those to your kids. Or gum. So there was actually a study that occurred that showed it was in a house of young females that were having aggression issues. And what they did is they put a bowl of Lifesavers at the bottom of the stairs and said, the second you get upset, I'm asking you to go and get the Lifesavers and put them in your mouth. After 5 minutes and after you've finished the Lifesaver, if you're still angry and upset, you're welcome to go do whatever you want to do. But if you're not, then we can address the situation. And they found that it was huge decrease in aggressive behavior by the time that the Lifesaver was completely dissolved. So what you want to do is you want to give them something like gum that they can chew for a long time, or something hard candies, Lifesavers, Jolly Ranchers, Suckers, anything that you can find and put in the bowl. Again, you could tell them before they go in, you know, when you're chewing the gum, if you're having a hard time controlling your thoughts, think about the flavor. Think about how many times you're chewing it. Think about, is it round? Is it smooth? Is it hard? Is it hot? Those kind of processing questions. But there's something about having your mouth quiet that helps calm your thoughts. Having coloring books is great too, especially if they are detailed. So the more detailed, the better. You have to focus more. Obviously, younger children, the less detailed for younger ages, or having some type of art activity that you are not used to in there. So the next thing is make sure you are having objects that are not laying around the house that are not easily accessible in the quiet space. We want it to be a space where people come, they use it for a purpose, and they leave it for a purpose when they are feeling better. So we don't want kids or teenagers like running around playing like, let's go play there, let's sit in there, let's do those. We want it to be a separate thing where one person comes into it, they use the supplies, and then leave it feeling better. So make sure that we're using specific things that we don't have all the time, something that is different, something that, for example, like obviously pearl or beads, something that, okay, if we're going to have this in the safe space, then this week we're not going to do those crafts. That craft is just for the safe space. So I want you to go in there when you're feeling like you need a moment. Or the candies. If people are just eating those candies all the time, it's not going to be the same thing as I'm going to go in there, I'm going to use the candy. When you are using candy, the biggest thing, and I forgot this, don't bite it. Don't bite it. Tell them we can't bite it. We want to suck on it and use it all the way to the end. We don't want to rush it. We don't want to bite it. Because usually by the end, when it's all gone, we are calmed down. We bite it the second we get in there, it's done and it's not useful. So we would love anybody who uses these ideas to please share them with a friend. And we just want to be a resource in this midst of chaos. So share this with anyone that you think may need it. Post a picture. If you have a safe space already in your house and you use this, post a picture. Tell us how you use it. Again, if you just got this idea and you make a safe space tonight, post it, send us a picture. We would love to see it. And again, thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for your support. And we can't wait to give you some more resources tomorrow. Thanks.